All right, good morning, everybody. This is CBS19 Meteorologist Joel Robinson. Hope you're having a good Thursday so far, and hopefully you're staying dry as well. We're streaming live on CBS19 Plus, as well as YouTube and Facebook. So thanks again for just joining me this morning. We're going to go over all things rain related for today, because that's basically the biggest thing in our forecast as we head into the next few hours and really the next several days. We've got a pretty dry forecast after this, so we got that to look forward to. But we do have a weather impact alert until 5 o'clock for this rain. I think that will be likely when it will start to wrap up and move out of the area. So that'll be some good news there. But continue to expect wet roads, cold temperatures. They're going to be sticking around as well. Temperatures in the 40s. Not really the best day to be outside. It's just a icky day out there. But if you do decide to go outside, make sure to bring that rain gear and, of course, bundle up as well. Hats, gloves, also some heavier jackets as well if you're heading outside. Here's future skycast. So right off the bat, let's just go ahead and time out everything. Just a widespread band of rain heading through the area. And this is kind of how it will evolve as we continue into the next few hours. We're expecting a lot of the rain to kind of move out by even as early as the early afternoon, likely around 2 o'clock, but still some of us will get in on a couple of showers here. But by and large, it's going to be out of here by 5 o'clock, and we're just going to be dealing with some clouds and temperatures in the 40s for this evening. I know there's some parades going on tonight. I think you're going to be just fine. Temperatures, again, in the 40s, so again, if you're heading out, make sure you bundle up. And just dealing with just a lot of cloud cover, just really, really gloomy conditions all the way through this afternoon, evening, into the overnight. We'll have a couple of breaks in the clouds for Friday, but that is about it. We are going to be pretty dry as we go forward. Temperatures again for this afternoon aiming to be in the low 40s. Not too much of a difference, honestly, from what we saw this morning. We saw lows this morning in the 40s. Highs today, not going to be escaping the 40s whatsoever thanks to that rain. Here's rainfall potential. Not really seeing too much out of the way of rainfall, although I do think maybe some of the heavier bands of rain. We've seen some heavier downpours in some locations. I think easily maybe up to 1/4 of an inch, but this is not too terribly impressive. It's not really super soaking rain as we continue on through this afternoon when it comes to this system. And then once this is over with, we are very dry. As a matter of fact, looking at a rainfall forecast, check out all the zeros. Absolutely dry forecast. Temperatures will be warming up as well. We'll see a lot more sunshine. High pressure will be moving in and taking control of the forecast. So we are going to be in for a lot of sunshine going forward. Just got to get through some clouds for tomorrow, but we'll be clearing up for the weekend. We should be nice and dry all the way through next week. And believe it or not, temperatures, they're going to be aiming to be above average. And average this time of year is going to be around the low 60s. We actually have a chance to see some 70s, low 70s, possibly by the middle part of next week and possibly even into next weekend. Now, of course, a lot of things can change between now and then, but we do have that potential to at least increase in those temperatures pretty close to the 70-degree mark. So 6:30, that's going to be that parade in Tyler. 43 degrees. Again, you're going to want to bundle up for sure. Temperatures, they'll continue to fall from there. We'll be in the low 40s by midnight. We could see some low 30s as well as we head into tomorrow morning. But of course, those temperatures, they'll be on their way up to the 60s for daytime highs and also for the lows. Still going to be pretty chilly. 40s for lows on Saturday and Sunday. We're down back to 35 for the low on Monday with a high temperature of 54. Small cold front comes through, but by and large here, high pressure is going to be in control. We're going to be on our way up from there. So 61 for Tuesday, 68 for Wednesday. Again, for today, rain is aiming to end around maybe even as early as 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It could still be in our southeastern counties even later than that, but for most of us, should be out of the woods when it comes to the rain. We're not expecting anything severe. Luckily, no severe weather, no flash flooding threat. Could be heavy at times, but it's really not much in the way of rainfall across the board here. So here it is on Future Skycast again. So modeling that big area of rain coming through. We'll take a look at radar, of course, too. Could be pretty heavy at times, especially in our eastern counties. Longview, Henderson, Marshall, Carthage, Jefferson, even some heavier bands further to the west at times, very briefly. But it's just that steady light rain where you just kind of want to, get inside and just break out the blankets, get all cozy. I mean, it's just one of those days. It's just one of those days. Cold temperatures, low 40s, continuing to stick with us all the way through the rest of the afternoon. Here's 5 o'clock, basically out of the picture by then, and going to be out of the picture even before then for a lot of us too. But especially when it comes to our southeastern counties, I think it'll probably take until like 4 or 5 o'clock for it to completely clear out of the area. But that's about it. It's going to be pretty soon once this thing is basically out of here. Temperatures, again, in the low 40s. Parade time should be just fine, nice and dry. Still going to be dealing with some wet roadways. But other than that, it's a dry forecast going forward into tonight through tomorrow. We'll see temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s for tomorrow. There's your high temperatures again for today. Very cold, very rainy. Those are the two biggest things I could say to really describe this forecast. It's cold and rainy. It's not very pleasant, but by this weekend, by the way, if you have any plans, man, I mean, it's going to be a great forecast. Let me show you real quick. Once again, that 7-day forecast. I'm going to hop on to Facebook real quick, see if you guys have any questions. But basically, for a lot of us, we're going to be done with the rain as early as 3 o'clock this afternoon. And for the rest of us, probably 5 o'clock. When it comes to our southeastern counties like Sabine, San Augustine, those counties, they'll probably take until 5 o'clock to officially wrap up. So that's what we have here as we go forward. Let's take a look at radar real quick, see what we have going on for us right now. Okay, I'm loading that up for you. Yeah, some heavier showers. I wouldn't be too surprised if a couple of rumbles of thunder come out of this. It is really cold. There could be some instability. You need instability for thunderstorms. But it is very cold, so it might struggle a little bit. But you got some heavier showers, kind of in and out. You can see some of those yellows. There's Big Sandy, just northeast there. There's a little bit of a heavier downpour. There's Troop, heavy downpour there. Tyler, you're in some light rain for right now. Looks like you'll be getting in on a little bit of a break there. There's a lot of just on and off patterns here with these showers here. And that's going to be kind of the main theme going into the rest of this afternoon. Kind of on and off, kind of broken. It becomes a little bit more organized over our eastern counties. But again, for this afternoon, for this evening, any sort of parades, any sort of holiday events going on tonight, you should be just fine. Just fine. After 5 o'clock, I'm expecting everything to be officially out of East Texas completely. And mainly, it'll probably take around 4 or 5 o'clock for it to be in some of our southeastern counties, and that's it. So that's what we have for today. Again, nothing severe, just cold and rainy, and it should be nice and dry for this evening. So I got Facebook up right here. You guys have any questions? Good morning, Michael. Thanks for joining me this morning. Appreciate it. It's a pretty dry forecast after this. I mean, it's a great forecast to be outside, especially going into this weekend. Tomorrow, it's kind of on the gloomy side, but this weekend is fantastic. We've got low 60s, sunshine, rainfall, non-existent in this forecast. It is a great forecast. So, but that's basically what we have going forward here. We'll take a look at future skycast one more time, and then we'll wrap this up. But it's a very quick and easy, in and out system here that we're watching for. So that's some good news there. We don't need any more rain for this evening. I know we got some parades going on, but again, should be just fine. Just a couple of residual showers by the early afternoon. It's all out of here by 4, 5 o'clock. Maybe some of our southeastern counties could get in on a couple of showers, but 40s. Cloudiness, that's all we got for tonight. We'll drop down into the low 30s for the overnight with those passing clouds continuing to pass through all the way through your Friday, and then high pressure makes an arrival for Saturday. So that's what we got as we head into this afternoon and evening. Again, I think you're going to be just fine for the evening, any sort of plans. But we'll keep you updated through the day, and I'll be live for the noon show with updated information. So we'll keep you updated on that, and yeah, just stay dry until this evening as we go forward. Thanks so much for watching.